In Audio Vietati Media, part 178, Shadow and Bone. So David is a fabricator, a person who can manipulate and create objects, and he's incredible at what he does. They talk about how he has an analytical brain and accept that he's socially awkward and often behaves very oddly because he's good at what he does, but they also sometimes share glances behind his back about it. He struggles to make eye contact, especially with new people, has flat affect and rarely smiles or seems to visually react to things much, seems bored and uncomfortable in social interactions, isn't good at jokes, and generally prefers working on sorting out various projects and problems to being around people. But what I loved most about this representation is that as you get to know him, you start to see his tells and his ways of showing different emotions that you didn't pick up on earlier. He's also so deeply caring and puts others before himself, constantly feeling bad for doing things he knows must be done but still may hurt others, realizing that a girl has a crush on him and doing something about it, and defying the strict rules and regulations he seems to find solace in order to do what is right. Often in media, I find the characters that look and act like David stay so low and feel somewhat clinical and detached for the entirety of their storyline, and so it meant a lot to me to see him initially come across that way, and then, while still staying the way he was when we first met him, become more clearly multifaceted and also get the girl. Normally, I can tell by the first 5 minutes of meeting a character I intend to review what their arc and thus my review is going to look like, and not once did I predict where Davis was going, which I really, really enjoyed and was very, very nice for me. I also thought it was interesting in the episode where they're not sure whether to trust him or not, where he seems cryptic and untrustworthy because of how formally he speaks and how that worked against him in that particular situation, even though he was telling the full truth, which is such an issue in the real world as well, and I thought that was utilized very interestingly and impactfully.